Hi, I'm James Chow, and this is the China Current, where each week I bring you up close to the fascinating people and stories shaping China and the world. Well, wherever you go in the world, you'll see a member of the Chinese overseas diaspora, and there are millions of them over in the United States. The Museum of Chinese in America documents the story of their beginnings, including the California Gold Rush and the building of the first transcontinental railroad. Nancy Yao Maasbach is the president of the museum. We sat down together and she told me that story.
My name's Nancy Yao Maasbach, Yao Nan薰, and I have the real pleasure of serving as the president of the Museum of Chinese in America. The Museum of Chinese in America is a tremendous place that has a great challenge, and that challenge is telling the untold stories in the making of America. What is in some ways unfortunate is that the Chinese Exclusion Act, which occurred in 1882, that was the first and only legislation against a group of people to enter the United States. Unfortunately, it is very unknown to most people. It is not a part that is normally taught in classrooms across the world, but it is one that had a defining impact on not only Chinese living in America, but immigration and the aftermath of exclusion. 150 years ago, Chinese laborers came to the United States to help build the infrastructure of the country. At Promontory Point in Utah on May 10, 1869, there was a commemorating photo. The Transcontinental Railroad had been built, and there were celebrants celebrating that completion. Unfortunately, if you look closely at the photo, you won't see one face of Asian ancestry. Why weren't Chinese in the photo? What the museum is dedicated to doing is telling those stories, how the Chinese contributed to that. And this year, on the 150th anniversary, we're doing that in many, many different ways. From the grassroots level, we're running across the country with a railroad spike to tell 150 stories for 150 years. As a Chinese American, someone who's born and raised in the US, I can both be 100% American and a US citizen born and raised, but 100% Chinese as well. And Chineseness isn't something that is a small, narrow understanding of self. Chineseness evolves with every day, with every motion, with every development, not only in China, Greater China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and other places in the diaspora, but in America. We can be fully Chinese and fully American, and that is the beauty and the leverage that the United States has. And I do hope that the US, the country of my birth, will recognize those rich gifts.
We've got lots more videos, so like, follow, and subscribe at The China Current.